What is going on, everybody? Man, first stream back in like 2.5 weeks, and here I am fiddling with cables because I'm all tangled up. What is going on? It is Base Legend. Kevin's here again. And let me just make sure a couple things got set up in the Discords. Nice. They both went live. Cool. It's been like 2.5 weeks since I've gone live. And so I literally sat down to go live today and I was like, what do I even do? It is true, Master of Food. I have returned, at least for today. Still got a lot of work to do, but I missed you guys, and I miss hanging out and chilling and gaming with you guys and chillaxing, all cool, all of that stuff. People don't talk that way anymore. I don't even talk that way. I never talked that way. All right, we're going to play some Fallout 4 today, just setting up the YouTubes. In other words, I am stalling right now while I'm setting everything up. The rumors were true. What rumors? What rumors were true? Let's go into this one. All right, so I got to set up this one. Monetization on. Yup, balanced. Cool. And then pop the chat. Pop this chat. There we go. Even though there were no rumors, it's like that sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes rumors, I mean, unless you're like listening to Fleetwood Mac. Did I seriously? Oh man, I'm sorry about that TikTok. I closed out a TikTok. TikTok's weird. Sometimes it like cuts the stream off if you don't do it right. Rumors about me streaming. I mean, hey, it's possible. What up, Charlie? Yo, yo, yo. See, I got you back on the screen there. All right, so shift this to multi-stream so we can see the Twitch feed, get tickety-tock, and the YouTube's up there. Man, that is a journey. I forgot how long it takes to set up my stream every day. Let's play some Fallout. So one thing that I noticed is I hate this this elevator that I put in. Because it's just not a good elevator. So we're gonna store this, and I'm gonna fix this because I need to fix this floor to figure out what happened. My day has been very good, Charlie. How has your day been, sir? Let's get. No, it's in structures. For some reason, they put elevators inside of structures instead of power, and I don't understand it. Okay, so here, look. Here's the problem. And it's like elevated here because these floors are not at the right height. And so I need to raise every single one of these floors up to be the right height. That's the problem. How's the Pokemon going? Good? It's actually going fantastic. I lucked into finding a Pokemon Go ETB, like a Pokemon Go Pokemon Center ETB Plus. So like the really cool one with like the glass Mewtwo coins and all that. I'm using the wrong flooring. That's why this sucks. Okay, hang on. I was using the wrong flooring this whole time. And yeah, so just opened that one on the channel along with some other fun stuff. Trying to actually double down on some of the Pokemon content solely because of how it's responding on TikTok. So we're starting to push it out on to other platforms. So this is, so everything's messed up here. Hang on. I need to like rethink this whole approach. I did something weird here. I might have to like scrap this and start over, which is fine. It's more experience, but let's go ahead and do that. You see how like the entire upper wall here is not sitting properly? And so I need to figure out what happened there and build from there. I probably could have saved a bunch of that stuff, but whatever. Doesn't matter. How are you standing? Is it the elevator that's supporting you? Stuff stands really weird in this. So also, Charlie, I did end up joining a local Pokemon League. And so, starting my pursuit for Worlds this year. No, but really, I'm actually starting to do like weekly tournaments and stuff like that with the actual trading card game. Because I've always looked at it as, why are you going to collect something that you don't also play? And so, yeah. Hey, Fire. Good to see you, bro. Hey, why me? Good to see you. Sorry, if you guys don't know, I'm trying to keep up on like 4 different chats. And so if I miss you, I'm sorry. We'll try to catch everybody. Okay, so let's get this done right this time. Get over to our elevator, and we'll first put the elevator in. Need to rotate this around. There we go. Okay. So now we want to build up the floor first. I guess that might actually be why I went wrong, is because I built... See, this is what I'm talking about. I think I might have the wrong walls for this structure in place. No, it's a shack. This should all work. We're going to figure this out right now. Don't forget about Vert YouTube. It is a good day for me. It's been kind of a really slow day with kind of everything that I got going on, because I just have a lot of work that I need to be getting done. But still, it's been kind of a fun day. So this is what I'm talking about. It wants to latch up there, but I need it to gap here. So let me go find another one. It does skid. Definitely does. But at the same time, there's a way to make it work easier if you're using the right components together. And I think these like new shack walls that I'm seeing, they're not working the way I want them to. And so I think I might shift over to do a metal one here. Obviously this isn't going to work. But hang on, let me try something real fast. You don't want to do it because of this right here. Hang on. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this. That is also a very valid statement. I actually never really got that far in building an arc. It's a good game, but it was really buggy when I first tried to play it on my computer, and I never really went back to it. Why are you not letting me stack these? Do I really need to put a floor in between first? I want a roof. I want a floor. Alright, wood floors. See, this is what I'm talking about, though. It needs to be higher. So maybe it's just the fact that I can't get the elevator to work, but I know I've gotten an elevator to work here before. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, you know what? I've had it with you. Had it with you. Stairs. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to shift over to stairs. That's kind of the problem that I ran into, because I got it. It's still to date one of the only games I have ever refunded on Steam, which kind of, it makes me a little ashamed to say that I did it, but oh well, you know, sometimes you got to refund some stuff. All right, let's go ahead and just cap these real fast. Oh, I'm sorry about that. How you have so many suds and I have subs? Oh, 54. Sorry about that, Fire. Yeah, we've been doing this for about like a year or something like that, and so there's still a ways to go, but super grateful for how easy and quick it has kind of been to grow here. Go ahead and just build a second floor instead of worrying about a special powered elevator and all that. Do I play Grounded too? So I do. I'm waiting for them to make some more improvements, because right now I'm finding it to be a little dull. And I'm not trying to knock it. Like, I'm a big Grounded fan, right? Like, so I'm definitely not trying to knock it. It's a good game, and it's going to continue to be a good game. And they're going to make some good improvements. But like, I don't like the Omni tool in its current setup. And there's a lot of more limitations with building in early access that made me think that they should have kind of held on to releasing everything. And so we'll see. Not prefabs, I want walls. That's what I want. I'm actually okay. So I didn't realize the tarantula was coming out this month. I'm pretty excited about the tarantula. That thing is massive. I was not expecting it. Am I good at suds? I'm not sure what you mean there, Fire. You mean like getting subscribers and all that? Hey, Barrett. Sorry about that. I'm terrible with names. You can just ask Master of Food here. Horrible with names. I do apologize for it every day. All right, so let's go ahead and put in some little shack walls here just to kind of block these off. Can we not? Come on, there we go. A little buggy with their building in here, but always be able to make it work. That's just to get power inside the base. Yeah, I guess I didn't really need two, but sometimes you just want two things, right? All right, let's add some extra flooring up here. Not that much flooring. That's enough flooring. No, somebody was telling me about abiotic factor the other day, and actually a bunch of people in the base legend community were talking about how I really need to get on it because it's a pretty cool looking game, and it's like kind of right up our alley. And so yeah, definitely one that I'd be considering checking out in the future. Sorry, I'm trying to put like a cap on the side of this, or like something with a hole in it, as opposed to just having like nothing, so that way I can get some power up here too. Should I put this over here? Let me do it here now. Right here? That'll work. Put a little balcony on the back end there so we can get some power up. All right. Go this way. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your dog there, buddy. It's always unfortunate to hear. All right, let's go ahead and I guess just cap this the rest of the way. There's not really anything else to do. I'm just trying to build like a little bit of a barracks so that way I can get some defenses up. And really, it's more about just getting my experience up. Messed up there. Did I put a wall down here? No. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that the base building was all like office supplies and stuff like that. That's actually really cool. I like that kind of mechanic. Like having to use like realistic building stuff. That is definitely a good time. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like Grounded so much, is because all of the building is based on like the things that you find. So I always thought it was cool. I always wish that you could do like pitched roofs in Fallout. I don't know why you can't do pitched roofs. And it's always super weird that you can't, but oh well. It definitely is a sad day. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is always unfortunate to hear when a pet dies like that. I did put that pitch a little wrong, so whatever. Alright, so I probably need to get some upgrades done before I can like light this base, but it's at least skinned, right? That's what's the most important part. So this, we need to keep part of it kind of open. Trying to think about the best way to do this without like leaving it totally exposed. Not like it matters or anything, but still. Wish there were more half wall options. Sounds good, Fire. You have a great rest of your day there. Let's go ahead. I guess we'll just cap it like this. You know what? This needs to be, this is what's wrong. That thing. Yeah, that's what was wrong. We need a better one. One that's open on the back here. There, that's what we need. So that way we can put the half walls on the side and cover it up. So that way you just don't fall off the sides and stuff. You know, common sense. There we go. Still be able to run power up here. Actually, we might be able to... Is that the generator? Seriously? Hang on. Do we have enough? Might not have enough to get something up here. Well, I'll be. Look at that. Just get power right up here. That's fantastic. Just bring it right inside, too. Alright. So with all that happening, we got a little bit of glass, copper, and steel. So we can get some lighting in here. And need to look at where the ceiling breaks. There it is. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Fire. You have a great rest of your day, man. So these should be activating once we get a little bit more power kind of established like that. I don't know why, but for some reason, these are the bulbs that I always opt to in my settlements, just because of how powerful they are and how much spread that they offer you, to where you don't even need to really light your upstairs if you don't want to. But of course we want to. Alright, so let's get some more power run here. I don't think I can make any more... Oh, I can make more switches. Alright, let's make some more switches. Well, I appreciate that too. Thanks for the subscribe there, Fire. Alright, so we'll first get power over here. That can't go through that corner yet. Nope. Alright, how far can we pull this? Love that. And all the way over here. Just gonna pretty much let it drape across the wall, because why not? Add a little bit of aesthetic. You guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can hang lights on wires and stuff like that. It takes a little bit, and I may not be able to do it with this one, but there's certain lights that you can hang on the wires. And I gotta remember which ones it is. But that's probably one of the easiest and handiest tips inside a base building. Anyway. Onward. Get some light bulbs here. Not light bulbs, we need to get a switch all the way to the other side. Switch. Alright, so this one we are going to have to kind of put in the middle here. So that's the door right here. So we'll put it right there in the middle. Then right there in the corner. And then just to have power in all four corners up here, we'll put one there too. Might need to do a generator soon, just to keep the power going. We only got 13 power, and I know a bunch of it, or not a bunch of it, but a little bit of it, is over where the water purifier is. There we go. Now we got power just kind of run across the whole top here. Bottom level, don't really need to worry about running power, but I guess I want to put power outside here. Or not power, but lighting. So we'll put cage wall light up here. There we go. Put two of these. These look kind of cool. Not bad. Not bad for a little barracks. Wish I kind of built it a little bit higher to get rid of some of this brush, but not a big deal. Alright, so again, this was just designed to be kind of a barracks for the other people here. Nope, don't want that. And so now we're going to move a lot of the other stuff that's around Sanctuary into here, including a lot of the sleeping bags that they're currently sleeping on. So first things first, we're going to get this moving. Nice. Upstairs. Get all the production upstairs, and we'll have the sleeping areas downstairs. And I mean all the production stuff, so I'll go ahead and move the power armor up there as well. But we'll just get everything for now. There is pretty much, it took me a while to find it all, but there is pretty much one of everything inside a sanctuary. If you just look in the right place. The one that took me the longest to find was the chemistry table, but it's behind one of the houses. But there's everything. Is that Carla? Is that Trash Can Carla? Nice.
Huh?
What up, Carla?
Hey.
How you doing?
Need to pick something up? It's pretty long.
I actually don't know if
Sure.
You break it?
Sure.
I don't know if I need anything right now. Nah, don't think I need anything. Alright, whatever. We will just let her go. Back to getting this done. Alright, so these are all just beds in here. Go ahead and head on down here and get the, what's it called? The cooking station. I never understood why you can't sprint while you're building. Every single time that I grab an object, I always try to sprint with it. Like I press the shift key and I sprint, or try to, but it like stops you from moving. And so I don't know why the control shifted like that. I mean, I guess it's like supposed to be that way, you know, it doesn't make sense for it not to be. But yeah, that always made me question it a little bit. All right, we'll go ahead and get our power armor station inside here as well. The only difference is with the power armor station, I'll have to walk the power armor over in a minute. Can you not fit in here? Oh, that's lame. All right, fine. Well, that's not going to fit inside of here. Looks like we're going to have to just, you know what? Escape. Stay over there. You can stay over there. That's your spot. All right, let's go get the chemistry station, and that'll do it after we move over all these beds. So there you go. There's the chemistry station. As I said, it took me forever to find this thing, because it is literally on the outskirts of town. Like there's the wall. And so I did not know this thing existed until I was just kind of like running around one day. And I found it. But yeah, that's all of them. That's the armor, the weapon, the chemistry, and the cooking. I think there's like a couple other just miscellaneous benches. But all the ones you actually need right there. And I never really use the chemistry or the cooking. There's just so much raw food around, and unless you're playing in survival mode, those are just unnecessary. So, alright, place this guy out here. Perfect. Alright, hang on. Crafting. So, armor, chemistry, cooking, power armor, weapons, Nuka mixer. That's the only thing that I still need. So we'll go ahead and put a Nuka mixer down. Victory. Perfect. Right at the foot of this bed. Love that. All right. I don't really care about this being anything like I'm not too worried about it. It's just kind of like the first place until we get some more going here. But really, I'm trying to just build up enough stuff to get us to the vault, so I can do a vault build here. That was a horrible sentence. All right, let's go ahead. Last thing that we're going to do is move over the beds and this thing. And then actually, you know what? I do need some stuff from Carla. Definitely need some stuff from Carla. Hang on. Okay, so where's the power? This. I need crystal and copper.
Hey,
All right, Carla, give me some crystal and copper. Let's go.
It's pretty long from here.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, keep it.
All right, crystal and copper. We need a good amount of each, so There's some crystal, some copper. There's crystal. There's some copper. Some more crystal too. All right, just a little bit more copper, and we'll go ahead and head. There we go. Look at all these power recoil cables. Power relay coils. My God, I can't talk today. That's what happens when you don't stream for like 2 weeks. You just lose so many faculties here. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep this one. I like the fire rate on that one and the scope and all that. See if we can just sell some of this junk. I don't use mines. I know that's kind of like weird, but I've never bothered using mines. All right, Molotov cocktails. We'll get rid of those too. We'll keep the grenades though. I almost want to keep the bolt action there, but it doesn't have a scope, so we'll get rid of it for now. We're about ready to upgrade away from the pipes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I didn't mean to give you all 3 of my shotguns. Give me one of those back. No, give me that shotgun back. See, I got the hunting rifle right there that I just still haven't upgraded, the combat rifle too. So you know what, maybe we should spend some time doing that. Let's get rid of this, and we'll get rid of... Yeah, I guess that was it. That was all we wanted to get rid of for now. All right, what else can we sell to her so I don't have to pay full price for this? Just some miscellaneous junk. Actually, I shouldn't sell those. Yeah, give me those back, but I'll sell you the Nukas, miscellaneous food. Almost there. Just don't want to pay. You know what? That's good enough. That is good enough. Nope. Nope. Wrong button. All right. Sorry. I always forget what the accept trade button is now. There we go. Done. So now what we can do is get one of these out. And we can start getting people recruited in. We'll go ahead and just connect it to this tower right here. Perfect. Oops, wait, we need to put a wire on that. There we go. Alright, so now we have a settlement beacon. Let's go ahead and put some more defenses down. And then we're off to, I guess, another settlement to go build it up, which probably is going to be Red Rocket. Makes the most sense. I think we already have a trade line established there. Let's find that out. Supply lines. Yeah, we got a supply line to Red Rocket, but nobody there, which means that should be enough for us to... Hopefully we can build another one of those towers, so we'll see. All right, transfer. Let's go ahead and take everything and then transfer, store all the junk, so that way we pull all like the ammo and random stuff out. We'll start getting some random settlers after this, which means that I can start expanding to some more supply lines, kind of building this empire out a little bit. I know with there's like the Hangman's Alley that we've already unlocked, but that one shouldn't have a person in it without us sending somebody to it. Yeah, so there's that one. And then we haven't unlocked these two, but they're kind of on the way. But all right, so we're not going to do too much at Red Rocket. Just kind of enough to get it started. Are you... Oh, that's my supply line guy. Okay. All right, perfect. Fantastic. All right. So I cleared most of this stuff out. Cleared out most of the moles already, too. There's not much, like, building stuff that, or, like, room to build inside in this one. But there's a lot of like miscellaneous junk for you to like scrap, and I don't know. I've always found this to be a cooler location than Sanctuary, and I know that's probably weird because Sanctuary has a lot more going on, but this just feels like your first settlement. You know what I mean? Sanctuary feels like the city that you're kind of forced to rebuild. Get all this stuff. Oops, nope, don't want to store that. And I love this. If you go too quick and you scrap this desk, you'll scrap the computer too. And you won't see the note about the underground, like, mole rat problem. And so I always thought that was a little fun Easter egg if you just kind of move too quickly in settlement building. All right, so I'm going to keep, again, all of the crafting stations and stuff like that. There's no point in getting rid of that stuff. Has so much wood at a lot of these locations, and it's so unnecessary to get rid of it. But I do it anyway. I actually, you know, I've never thought about this, but, like, I wonder what the selling value of the wood is. Because I always end up with thousands of wood in my workshops. Yeah, try to clear out as much of this as possible so it's easier to run through, too. All right, good enough. Good enough. Nah, get this cluster of trees too. I feel like if you take out the trees, like the brush underneath it should also go away. Maybe in Fallout 5, right? Who knows? All right, so here, let's go ahead and start with the basics. Let's get one of these radio beacons up. And what do we need for a generator? We probably, wow, we actually have enough for a generator. Can we do a medium? Okay. Do a windmill too. Nah, let's just do a medium. We don't need much power at a spot like this, just enough, right? So there we go, and then connect. And so now we have a recruitment beacon here. Next up, we got to get some food power, or some food and water going. So I almost want to just kind of, because I can't do these others, and there's no water source here. Wonder if this puddle, no, okay. Sorry, I've never tried it before, but I figured I'd at least try to see if this can go into the puddle here. My God, I can't talk. Again, you don't do this for like 2.5 weeks. You forget everything. All right, so this, we'll do manual water here. It's not even going to be purified water, but it's going to be manual water. Let's go find some dirt patches. It's a good spot to do the water. There we go. Yeah, I can fit a third there. Perfect. So there's our 9 water. Food. Go ahead and plant these. This is always where I put my farm at Red Rocket, and there's like never any reason or rhyme. It's just, this is where the food goes. This is it. But the way I've always looked at it is if you get your food planted at the Red Rocket Station and Sanctuary very, very early on, then when you go to places like the Vault and you connect a supply line to the Vault, as soon as that supply line is connected, you have enough food to like build an entire farm inside your Vault. So tons of stuff to do. Hey, Agent Duck. We're just building. We're just settlement building today. I need to kind of improve some supply lines and build a settlement. Not doing any specific quests or anything like that. That's weird. Why are you not letting me put that down? It should not be like that. Odd. But there we go. Seems to be working this time. Let's move this food spit cooking station to right here. I deleted the fire that went underneath it, but I don't know. I guess you don't need fire to cook with that thing. All right, there's our supply line guy. All right, move these inside of here just so everything's consolidated. Add one thing to Fallout 4. I wouldn't add anything. I would take something away. I would take away Nate and Nora's voice. And I think I've mentioned this on previous streams and stuff like that, but I don't like the whole voiced hero that they added into Fallout 4. The unvoiced hero has always been a big staple of Bethesda games, and I get that they wanted to try something new out, you know what I mean? But it's kind of one of those things where I think they tried the wrong thing out. And yeah, I would get rid of Nick, not Nick and Nora, Nate and Nora's voice. Is my first person? Yeah, what up, settler? How you doing? Get to work. Get to work. All right. So now we have no beds and we have no defenses. So we got to get that going. And apparently we got 2 people. So one of these people can become a supply line person. You supply line to Hangman's Alley. Keep the Empire going. Perfect. All right, make sure you're moving. Yep, you are moving. Let's get it done. What if instead you had the setting to change the voice or mute it instead? That would work. That would definitely work, in my opinion. I mean, I don't ever really need perfection or anything like that. It's just something that I think would be cool for them to really explore. All right, so this is also what I always do with Red Rocket. So I always put 4 of these back here because you can get people to work on them. Right now, you go ahead and work the food so we can get our food situation up. Let's get some defenses going. Is this my first playthrough? No. I have a Brotherhood of Steel tattoo. This is probably my 100th playthrough of Fallout 4. I just wanted to get back into it because it's been so long. All right, set this up right next to the power. That'll get us through for a while. I didn't move any of the beds over in Sanctuary either. Kind of kicking myself for that one. And so now this is going to be a fun playthrough. We're going to focus entirely on settlement building, and build a vault, a massive vault over at Vault 88. Really? I can't take down that poster? That actually would be pretty funny. I'm thinking of all the funny, like, random TikToks and videos and shorts and things like that I'd see of Nick just standing there, not speaking. Oh, man. He's a dopey boy. All right, let's go ahead and put some sleeping bags because there's just not much room around here. And we need the space just to add a little bit more sleeping in here. Put one here, too. All right. So that should get us done here at Red Rocket for the time being. So on to our next settlement that we're going to be setting up for right now, which is Hangman's Alley. Hangman's Alley. This one might take a little bit to set up because we need to set up one of those beacons, the radio beacons, to get people to our camp, and I don't think I have the materials inside of my storage. So even though I just set up a supply line to do this one, we might be missing some crystal or some copper. And so we shall see. We'll see what's going to happen there. That'd be pretty crazy. That would by far be the most impressive mod I'd ever see, because like I love the location based mods like London. The Silent Hill mod was actually really fun too. And so yeah, I could definitely see that working out. But yeah, so I just claimed Hangman's Alley. I didn't really like clean it up or anything like that. So we got some work that we got to do in here, but not a problem. All right, so this is going to sound weird, but this one is constantly rated. So I'm going to actually store a lot of these items. Not that item. Like if I find weapons and stuff like that. But we need to go ahead and just clear out some of this junk first. And I make the mistake of getting rid of this staircase. Never get rid of that staircase, because it's actually like, it's how you get up here. And so people can get stuck if you get rid of that staircase, which is dumb that they even allow it to get rid of the staircase, but you can't get rid of that structure right there. I enjoy Hangman's Alley. I think it's one of the underappreciated locations just because of its location. Like, it is kind of just a hard location to find resources in because you're in the heart of the city. I was thinking about doing the Fallout Silent Hill mod. Sorry, blinked on the word there. I was thinking about doing the Silent Hill mod for this one just because of how awesome that one is. It is super fun to play, and they did a really great job, and they even have some of the original voice actors in that one. And so some really, really cool stuff. Man, I want some of this gear. And so we're going to actually scrap a lot of it. And take these corpses out of the house, or out of the base here. I mean, that would be a massive undertaking. I'd play the hell out of that game. But yeah, you're talking about like probably the largest game to have ever existed. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this armor station, and let's Nope, that's the workshop. That's not the screen that I'm looking for. This is the screen that I'm looking for. Okay, so scrap. This is not armor. This is weapon. Scrap, scrap. I almost want to scrap the minigun too. I probably shouldn't be scrapping all these guns, just because of yeah. Get rid of the pipe pistol too. Don't need that. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can do something here. Start with this. Okay, medium scope. Perfect. That makes everything else worthwhile. Then we need our stock. We'll put a full stock on it for right now. Standard receiver's fine. What kind of barrel can we put on this thing? Nothing? Really? We need screws for a barrel? Okay. Standard magazine. Yep. Put some enclave paint on it. There you go. Look at that. Nice. Classy. Okay, so we got a scoped hunting rifle there. Let's go ahead and scrap our minigun. Nah, keep our minigun. Put it in storage, though. Alright, and we got a short combat rifle here, but we don't really have any other materials except for updating the sights. And I don't want to use glow or front. So, yeah, no worries. I mean, isn't that, that reminds me of the plot of Saints Row, right? Like, the last one that came out, Saints Row 4, I think it was. If I remember correctly, at least. Alright, so we got our weapon situation done. I thought there was an armor workstation here, too. There's nothing up here, right? Yep, nothing there. There's the actual workshop. Oh, well. Alright, well, we got some raider scum to dispose of here. That's probably not the most sightly thing. What up, Quack Squirrel? I assume it's don't ask, right? I'm guessing at least. Sounds good, Agent Duck. I appreciate your time. You have a great rest of your day here, bud. Alright, we'll just go ahead and just corpses over there. I could probably just put the corpses elsewhere too, you know? Like, they don't need to be here. Dragging this one by the neck, though. Not self-proclaimed, somebody else is giving you that title. Nice. I like it. I like it. I'll concur with that title. I will definitely concur with it. Alright, just 2 more corpses to go. Probably shouldn't have taken their armor off before I had to move the corpses, but it does make them lighter, so they're easier to carry. Excuse me, sorry about that. And join the pile. Alright, last one. Oh, actually, I think there's 2 more. Forgot about this psycho over here. My main streaming platform, YouTube. That's the platform that we're monetized on. And so that's the platform that we like when people watch us on that one, because we do get paid for it with the ad revenue. But at the end of the day, what I'm really trying to do is monetize on TikTok, which takes 10,000 followers. And so we're like 8,500 away from getting monetization on TikTok. So it won't take that long. I mean, we already got the views and the watch hours and all the other stuff. It's just the sub count. Like, we have a couple of videos on TikTok that have like 300,000 views or maybe 200,000 views. Yeah, I don't think they're that high. But yeah, that's kind of where my head's at with it. All right, hang on. Let's go ahead. I thought that there was a bench here, but I guess I'm wrong. And so let's get rid of all of this. Why did I... Hang on. Left leg, left arm, right arm, chest. Okay, yeah, no, we have it all. Just got all this junk here. Some of this stuff I do want to keep. Yeah, get all of this out, and let's go ahead and scrap all of this. Yeah, I'm screaming. I'm screaming. I see. I even messed up after reading it. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube right now too. And we run 2 feeds on YouTube simultaneously. So there's a vertical and a horizontal. And so if you like watching it vertically or horizontal, you got that choice. I try to give you guys what you want. You can like with a YouTube stream. I think it only lets you like it once though, as opposed to TikTok. And I think we're also we're on Twitch right now too. Hi Twitch. You guys never say hi unless you want to sell me something. All right. Can we get a beacon here? What's going on? What's going on with the beacon? No, we need circuitry for a beacon. Let's tag that for a quick search. I think I've never done the scrapper one. Where is it? Not scrounger. One of these increases, like, helps you find the scrap that you need. And that one's super handy for base building. I forget what it is. Is it this one? I just need to check the next rank. It's just all ammo. Fortune finder, bottle caps. 2. Where's the one that I'm looking for? I think there's one called Scrapper, if I remember correctly. There it is, Scrapper. So that is the one. That's actually what I need to be focusing on doing next. So we'll upgrade our intelligence next. There's a leaderboard on YouTube. I think I have it set up. Typically, though, it doesn't take that much to usurp somebody's throne on YouTube. All right. Guess we're going to actually have to go exploring a little bit here. Go find some of the things that we need. Sorry, my favorites are all, like, screwed up a little bit here. So this one, put that on 5. 6 is the shotgun. Yeah, sure. Put that on 2. Alright. That'll work. That's diamond.
Looking for Diamond City? Just follow the sign.
Alright, so we're looking for circuitry and a couple other things that are going to help us build a generator. Not really worried about, like... Yeah, just not really worried about too much else. Yeah, whoever it was, they're gone now.
Don't start talking crazy.
Okay. How could you not see? Just because you got shot in the face? Thanks for the follow, Quack Squirrel. Sorry, I'm not a fan of VATs. I feel like I've mentioned that before on previous streams, but I don't like VATs. I feel like it's cheating in this world, even though it's part of the lore and stuff like that. I don't know. I appreciate that. Did we have... I didn't even realize we had like a listed goal or anything like that. Do we? Because if that's the case, I really need to spend some time actually building out each individual platform. Because like right now, most of our streaming is set up for just YouTube. That's the primary platform. Just because of like how quick YouTube was for us to kind of get things going on. And so now that we're expanding into like TikTok and Twitch and stuff like that, I really want to go back and see if we can do some stuff to make it easier for all the other platforms and stuff like that. Just need circuitry. Just need any kind of circuitry. That'd at least be kind of cool, right? Oops, don't want to hit security. Any kind of circuitry would be cool. Oh, there's some ghouls. We'll find some in the library. Oh, bad shot, bad shot. Good shot. Okay, nothing's on me right now. Absolutely does make sense. Yeah, it's kind of just that constant back and forth of which platform are we focused on, like growing, which platform are we just looking to have fun. Now that we've like really established, I don't want to go in the subway. Now that we have really kind of established our presence on YouTube, now it's a matter of establishing it on other networks. And so like even we have a Twitter account, we have a Facebook account that barely ever like I just auto post the same stuff that we post on TikTok to the Facebook. And it barely gets any views or anything like that, but still it's more content. That's kind of cool. All right.
Welcome to the Boston Public Library.
Oh, I remember the library quest. We'll find some circuitry in here.
Only employees and those with a scheduled appointment may enter. All other guests are invited to return during
So just hang on.
business hours. The library is currently closed.
I work here. Let me in.
Please provide your digit employee ID number.
Let me see if I can get it.
My ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There it is. Not bad. See, as much as I kind of agree with you, Twitch is one of those where if I were using like an auto bot or something like that, I'd agree with you. Like an auto view bot where you can get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of views that are all fake, and then you get stacked up higher in the feeds. Whereas it, like organically on TikTok, organically on YouTube, we get more views. I don't know. I've always viewed it as a little bit of both. Man, normally don't see the grenade bouquets. But I am an employee, so we should be alright, right? Hang on, we need to talk to one of these bots first, if I remember correctly. I didn't mean to get that board. It's a little bit of a waste. It does, and unfortunately that's how a lot of streamers do their business. And I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade on how anybody does their business, but still. Alright, so yeah, these guys aren't going after me. I forget what actually gets them to trigger on you, but eventually they do trigger. All right, let me drop that board. Didn't mean to pick that up. But either way, I know that if I shoot one of them, they will go aggro on me, and if I do something in here, they will also go aggro. So just gotta be a little careful. Hot plate, that's what we need. That's circuitry. Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I just want to have fun. Like, I don't care if there's like 3 people in my room. Talking to real people is always a little bit better to me. And so with our TikTok feed, typically the only thing that I see on TikTok, put that on too. Actually, we might put that on. The only thing that I typically get on TikTok is people coming in to try to sell me stuff, like commissioned art and stuff like that. Which, I mean, not really anything that I need.
Attention! Security breach near rear entrance.
That's what it is that triggers it.
Advised to seek cover and remain calm.
You gotta love watching it.
Order has prevailed.
Nice. Good work, guys. Alright, and we'll go ahead. We don't need to worry about any of this stuff. Yeah.
Approach and identify yourself.
Yeah, you guys just keep taking them out. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep looting. Doing my own thing. Minding my own business. Get that intelligence bobblehead. That's actually super handy because now I can do the scrapper without having to waste one of our points in intelligence. So let's go ahead and just choose that right now. Get more stuff from the items that we scrap.
Attention. Security breach near subway entrance. Visitors and
Yeah, go ahead.
are advised
Keep handling that.
and remain calm.
Woohoo! And don't really need or want any of that stuff. Take the mine, the ammo. Yeah, take the stealth boy. Alright. Might as well get in on this fight, right? Don't want to bother opening the other door just yet. Yeah. Loot all this stuff. Like, I get it, the robots are doing the heavy lifting, but isn't that what a robot's for? Like, this is what AI is for. Shouldn't be doing art, they should be killing super mutants. Gotta love to see it. Just the bodies after all of it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Quack Squirrel, king of likes. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just let you guys keep going. In the meantime, I'm just gonna be like checking out all these back ends and looting all this stuff. Definitely gonna bring that with us. Yeah, could go downstairs. It is pretty cool, but I remember one of the first times that I came in here, I just immediately shot the, what's it called? The protections, because I was just like, what the hell's going on here? Like, I should take these guys out, right? And then I kind of realized that that was the wrong move, that the protections are actually on your side. And so, yeah, if you don't take out the protections, they can pretty much take out all the super mutants. They did a fantastic job taking them out. Nice work, everybody. Yeah, take 5. So if I remember correctly, there's like, yeah, there's a bunch of terminals, and there's this terminal quest that you have to do if you're on like the Brotherhood of Steel thing. And so I'm not doing any of the Brotherhood of Steel quests right now, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the main reasons why you have to come to the library. I just needed circuitry. That was the only thing I needed. And so we got what we came for. But it'd be cool if I could find more, like another hot plate or something. Alright, let's see. We got some EDs. Couple S's. Let's try an ED first. Appreciate the share, mighty kind of you. All right, so 2 are right. That doesn't help us much. Yeah, cool. That works. All right, and that does nothing except for what we already know. Free carrot. Not the burnt textbook. I want the carrot. No, junk. There it is. Nice. There's some extra circuitry too. It's actually really, really cool. don't have any library books to return right now. Alright, well, yeah, let's just kind of keep exploring for a couple seconds. See what else we can grab. Oh, we definitely have enough circuitry to go back to Hangman's Alley and set up what we were looking for. Which, ironically, there may be somebody at Hangman's Alley at this point because of how long it's been of us just kind of running around. So we shall see. Definitely got all the circuitry we needed after that. So I'm just doing basic settlements right now to set up some supply lines and get everybody working on scavenger stations. And so we're at Hangman's Alley, or I'm at the Boston Public Library right down the road from Hangman's Alley. So that way we can get some circuitry because I need to build some generators and some, what's it called? The radio beacon to get more people in here. But yeah, robots did work in here. Like, I didn't even have to fire a shot. Man, I wish that that wasn't a pipe sniper rifle. I would use that so quickly. Alright, so it doesn't look like really anything else. I don't want to go into the Copley station there. Hey, Gavin. It has been a while. It's also been a while since I've been on. I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks or something like that. And so it's definitely been a little while since I've been on. Oh, I had to focus on getting some work stuff done business-wise. All right, so let's go ahead and go out the same entrance that we came in. Sorry, my contact's bugging me a little bit. But we'll go out this entrance. And then head on back to Hangman's Alley. And then from Hangman's Alley, just keep setting some stuff up. We shall see. I think we have enough to kind of set up everything that I need. Like, I don't know. I know that that's pretty subjective, but I'm fairly confident that we have kind of everything that we need here. We'll see as soon as we get back, I guess. Yeah, I've actually, when did I get glasses? Like 5th grade or something like that. Yeah, I want to say about like 5th grade or something like that. When I was like 12, 13 years old, I got glasses. And so I wear contacts pretty much every single time that I stream because the lights, whenever I stream, like you can see the light bar that's in front of me on my glasses. And that's super annoying. Yeah, let's get this police station while we're over here. Just to say we can. Nice. Where'd the legendary? There it is. A never-ending pipe pistol inside of that legendary roach that we one-shotted. I love that. So there's a whole like police quest that I've never done. This Eddie Winter holotape that I just picked up here. I've never actually done it, but it's like a whole mini quest. Fallout Shelter is awesome, man. You actually, now that you've mentioned it, I already have it downloaded on my phone. I just haven't played it in so long. But yeah, I definitely have played my fair share of Fallout Shelter. It's a great game, man. It's addicting too. I get into these like stretches where I play it for like months on end. But to be honest, I haven't really had time to play mobile games lately. It's just kind of been not on my radar. And so, yeah, we'll see. Probably in the near future. Let's get back to the alley. It's actually, you're kind of making me want to play it right now. At least check in on my vault. I think the reason why I left last time was because I was being attacked by Deathclaws, and I did not have the bandwidth to like deal with it at the time. Like I had to like go do something, so I logged off mid Deathclaw attack, which if you play Fallout Shelter, like you have to just go through the Deathclaw attack again. Like they don't give you an out at all. Yeah, let's go in the bank real fast. Might as well take our time getting back to Hangman's Alley. Try to pick up a couple more things, like just rare resources to build with. Actually, I don't think there's anything in the bank, like enemy-wise, but there's, yeah, there's more circuitry for us. But there's plenty of, like, loot inside of the vault. You just have to be able to open the vault. And I think it's, like, what, a master lockpicking situation? So hang on, we'll see. We'll see. Nope, it's a computer. Yeah, and I definitely do not have the Master Hacker yet. How far away am I from Master Hacker? I'm not even at the next level there for Advanced. That's one thing that I should probably work on. All right, so we don't need to be in the bank if we can't get into the vault. There's nothing in here for us. Let's run around and get the fashion place. Probably won't. I might as well go in and kill all those raiders. That's kind of a fun little spot to get some. There's either a legendary raider or like you just find a legendary gun in there. And so I think, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll clear that place out and then head back to Hangman's Alley for a little while. Just for a little bit. I'm waiting for Fallout 5. I'm so excited for that to start coming like to light and seeing what they're working on. Man. So what one of the YouTube viewers was talking about earlier was envisioning basically a Fallout game that is so robust that it's the entirety of the United States, which I think is insane. Like, but it would be so cool to do. Man, might as well take out some of these raiders, right? Really, you guys didn't want to come over here? Wow, Phoenix, thank you very much for the roses. Mighty kind of you. Appreciate that. You missed me. There's only one raider down there with like a melee weapon. And so I almost feel like I'm cheating a little bit hanging out back here. Oh, come on. That was a perfect shot. Weak. All right, so I am going to go inside. I was debating the whole way that we were coming up to Backstreet Apparel here if I was going to go inside or not, but I decided that I think I'm going to, solely because if I remember correctly, there's like a rare raider inside, and so I always thought that, that was pretty nifty to get like a rare gun or something like that. So we're going to go check that out real fast. I vaguely remember this. I know that it's part of a quest too. And you come to this location out front, in front of Backstreet Apparel for this Diamond City like drug dealing quest. But, oh yeah. I remember this. Yeah, get it done. Sorry, I needed to like make myself some cover here. Again, one of my favorite hidden features of Fallout is their whole like ducking system. And they never tell you about it, but if you go up to like any surface, you can duck around it. But it's a cool cover system, and they never explain it whatsoever. Some new armor for me. Hang on, where's my shotgun? There we go. Shift to the shotty. Yeah, pretend I'm not here anymore. But yeah, like this is when the cover system's handy. Especially when you there's a handful of people, and I know that I'm not the only one who don't like using VATS in Fallout games, and we're big Fallout fans, but like if you ever get a chance to watch like a VAT-less playthrough of this game, or like Fallout New Vegas or something like that, do it. It makes the game so much different when you play it like an action shooter. And so, I don't know, I've always enjoyed not using VATS in these games.
Got it.
No sign of him now. That's fine. Let's go, Leo, son.
Yeah, I love that. Just no sign of them now. Just a bunch of our friends are dead.
Fucking hard ass. You're still alive, ain't ya? You should be thanking me instead of bitching. What the hell is back down?
Oh, I thought the other one was right behind her. Yeah, that's the rare raider I was talking about. Alright, everybody else is upstairs. Alright, we'll hang out down here for a sec. Auto pistol? Really? That's what you're gonna give me for all that? Weak. And I'm past raider armor. Alright, so we'll come back for the safe in just 1 second. Again, I'm also past like pipe weapons, and so I have zero desire to use them. Sorry, Mr. Teddy Bear, did not mean to walk on you in the toilet here. I love this dude screaming for me like right up the stairs here. Just like, you can come down. Like, you don't need to just stand there and wait for me to come up and kill you. You can come downstairs. Of course, I missed the first shot. Alright. I win. Where did that even hit? Who threw that where? What are you doing? I'm not even in that room, dude. Like, I get it, you're a psycho, but still. Alright. Backstreet Apparel's cleared out now. Now we can take our time. Kind of look around a little bit. Yeah, get some of these lamps. Good old lighting.
Yes.
That's another type of playthrough that I've always wanted to try
Pick this.
in Fallout, is a melee only playthrough. Like, I want to do a no VATS and I want to do a melee only. Because even though like I'm against VATS, I use it all the time. Like, I use it for long sniper shots and things like that. But like, if that sniper shot has less than an 80%, then I'm just going to actually like use the sniper, you know, because you have a better chance of actually hitting something than 80%. And so, yeah, that's how I've always kind of looked at it. But I still use VATS on a regular basis. It's just a matter of using it in the right circumstances. So I would always, like, I've always wanted to do a VATS-less playthrough. And then I've always wanted to do a melee-only playthrough. But usually I get started on something like that and I never get too far with it. Just because of everything else that you can do in Fallout. Alright, safe. Can't do the safe upstairs. That's a master, unfortunately, but we can at least do this one. There we go.
Sweet.
That was actually a pretty decent chest. Or safe, rather. And free experience. It might as well, right? And of course, that was only a tries reset. Come on now. That's it. No more duds. Fine. Alright, man, my options are very, very limited here. Nah, whatever. We already got the safe open, so I'm not going to sit here and do another one that I don't need to do. However, what I will do is head on back to Hangman's Alley. That's what I'll do. And again, I have a feeling that I'm going to get there and there's going to be people there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I get that feeling. But once I get about 4 or 5 settlements built up, then I'll have enough, like, resource gathering going on to get the vault going. You just need so much steel and so much rubber. And actually so much copper, too, to get the vault going. And so you can get basically all of your steel from your settlers harvesting it for you at scavenging tables. And so let's see. All right, onward. Just to see what this guy has this time around. A Nuka-Cade ticket. Fantastic. You go to Nuka World, bud? I want to go to Nuka World. Hold on to that ticket, though. Alright, so let's get over to Hangman's Valley. Alley, not Valley. Hey, friend.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. The whole place is run by robots.
So if you haven't seen this, it's a very unfortunate thing, but they're just not paying attention. It should blow up, right? I'm waiting for it. But if I remember correctly, there's mines on the bridge. Because, I mean, how are they going to cross that? You see what I mean? So let's just watch for a minute. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're just doing this. I don't want to go over there because there's super mutants or raiders down there. Turns into super mutants eventually. But alright, I guess they're going to just let her go. Whatever. Don't know how she's going to cross that, but whatever. Alright, not my problem. Not my problem at all. Back to Hangman's Alley. What's up? We get any random settlers walking in? No? Okay, no worries. Alright, so we got our radio beacon. Let's get this set up. Now we'll get some power going. Man, it'd be cool if we actually had enough screws to do a bigger generator than this. But I guess not. It's fine. It's just Hangman's Valley. Doesn't need to be... I keep saying Valley. It's just Hangman's Alley. It doesn't need to be anything serious. It just needs to be enough for people to survive in, right? Alright, we'll put water back here so it's kind of just like tucked out of the way. Because when you're planning out a base, having tucked away water, that's important. Alright, there we go. Get our water pumps back there. Alright, let's lay down some food right in front of the water. I was gonna say, the other one should have already produced some other plants by now. That should be harvested. So we'll go ahead and just kind of add all this in. We already got a person here. That's how quick those recruitment beacons work. Tomato patch back here. There we go. Alright, that's enough. What up, settler? You can go ahead and be a farmer. There you go. Nice, 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 nice. And then, of course, the defenses. Need oil. I have these defenses, but I guess they want more. I guess having just a random tower isn't really that much of a defense if nobody's in that tower keeping watch. And so, I mean, it makes sense. It's logical, at least. But, alright, well, just a couple more beds. I need just one more person to show up, and then I will go ahead and put them in that tower for the defense. Unfortunately, though, yeah, we don't have any oil. Is that a super mutant? Those super mutants are way too close for comfort. Yeah, there we go. I saw a suicider run by. I figured that would be a fun way to take him out. And I was right. That was definitely a fun way to take him out. Waste of grenades, but a fun way to take him out. Kind of want to know where they were running off to. Were those the ones that were going to go attack the dudes on the boat? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, so we get another person yet? It's really, I don't want to leave this place without any defenses. And so we need to either find oil so I can make a turret, or we need to just wait a couple more minutes for someone to show up. But I'm going to go start venturing out to see if I can find just some kind of oil about. We are in the middle of Boston, so it's not hard to find resources here. Just kind of got to look around for them. Hello. Don't like that. There we go. What are you doing, huh? Yeah. That's some super mutant sacks back here. Might be able to find some oil. Maybe. Hey, bud. Nah, not really looking hopeful over here. Yep. Not seeing any oil. Alright, whatever. Still just gonna keep looking around for just a minute before heading back. Have I already cleared this area out? It looks like somebody has, at least. That pistol action might be better than what I got going on here. It's got the hardened receiver in it. And so I got it compensated. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? Alright, never mind then. Yeah, I guess never mind. It's weird. Also weird that all the super mutants are dead here, but I guess that's cool. You know, I can't complain about that. Alright, well, back to the alley. I've never gone up this way. Didn't even know this was kind of possible. But it's kind of cool. Kind of a fun way of getting back into Hangman's Alley. Alright, so I see one dude sleeping. We still just only have one person here. Alright, whatever. Don't want to waste the time. That's fine. Let's go ahead and lay out the scavenger tables that I need to lay out, and then that's where I'm probably going to call it for today. I know that I haven't streamed in 2 weeks, and today was kind of a really short stream too. But it's kind of how it is right now. I'll be back on a more regular schedule in the near future. Just trying to get some other stuff going with the marketing agency I own, so that way we can have just a easier, more fun time. But either way, guys, you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll do some more building when I get back. Maybe tomorrow, depending on how schedules work out and all that. But maybe I'll be back on tomorrow and we'll do some more building. Would love to kind of build out Hangman's Alley. And then again, once I get like 1 or 2 more settlements done, then I can set up and head up to Vault 88 and do a vault build, which is my favorite thing to build in Fallout 4. But anyway, guys, you have a great rest of your day. I will see you next time, maybe tomorrow. Bye. Have a good one.